Now, Iran has held key talks in Istanbul with top diplomats from Britain, France and Germany, focusing on reviving nuclear negotiations with the United States. Amid ongoing tensions, US and European officials also met separately to discuss the Iranian issue in Istanbul. The meetings, held with diplomatic discretion, came amid renewed efforts by Oman to mediate between Tehran and Washington as US President Donald Trump mounted further pressure on Iran to get a deal done. DD India's Syed Afzarul Hassan has more.
Iran held talks in Turkey's Istanbul with three leading European powers, Britain, France and Germany, on Friday and discussed its nuclear negotiation with Washington. Iran's Deputy Foreign Minister Kazim Gharibabadi, who attended the talks in Turkey's city, said in a post on X, Dr. Takht Ravanchi and I hosted the political leaders of the three European countries in Istanbul. We exchanged views and discussed the latest status of the indirect nuclear talks and the lifting of sanctions. Iran and the three European countries are determined to maintain and optimally use diplomacy. If necessary, we will meet again to continue the talks. In Istanbul, US Secretary of State Marco Rubio met the national security advisors of the United Kingdom, France and Germany and discussed Iran's nuclear talks. On the other hand, in Abu Dhabi, US President Donald Trump said his administration had handed over Iran a proposal for a new agreement after 4 rounds of negotiation in recent weeks. According to an American news channel, US President Donald Trump said that Iran wants trade with the United States. The Oman-mediated Iran-US talks were the highest-level contact between the two foes since Washington abandoned the nuclear accord in 2015. Iran's Foreign Minister Araghchi had earlier denied a report about a draft agreement, saying that Iran have not been given anything. China, who is one of the closest ally of Iran, said ahead of talks that it remained committed to promoting a political and diplomatic settlement of the Iran issue. Speaking on a visit to Qatar on Thursday, Trump said the United States was getting close to a deal with Iran that would avert military action.
Iran has sort of agreed to the terms. They're not going to make, I call it in a friendly way, nuclear dust. We're not going to be making any nuclear dust in Iran. And we've been strong. I want them to succeed. I want them to end up being a great country.
Since returning to office, Trump has revived his maximum pressure policy on Tehran, backing nuclear diplomacy but warning of military action if it fails. Iran currently enriches uranium to 60%, far above the 3.6% limit set in 2015 deal, but below the 90% needed for a nuclear warhead. Syed Afzarul Hassan for DD India.